Hey, Dan here from Guitar from the Heart, and I just wanted to share a quick thought with you. I only have a minute or two because I'm literally getting ready to get out the door to go to work. But I've been thinking since I made my last video about how I go about constructing like an instrumental song from just a melody. I just wanted to make this short video to encourage you to become a songwriter. If you already write songs and you're in a phase where you're not really writing too much right now, get back into writing. That's definitely me a lot of times. I feel like if we just spend all of our time trying to copy what other people do, it's really hard to find our own voice as a musician, and even harder to find fulfillment. I don't know, we're all wired differently. Some of us are wired to create. Some of us, we just want to be able to play what, we saw somebody else do that was cool. A famous song or whatever we want to be able to play that. But I feel like if you are disciplined and you build up your skills on an instrument and you write, it just opens up so many opportunities, and it helps you to understand what other people who you're copying say, what they were doing better in their mindset, because at some point they wrote it. They were a writer. The person you're trying to emulate is a writer. And being a writer, you sort of become their peer of sorts, which is pretty cool. Although you may not be famous, you're doing the same stuff, and it's really cool. And the best way to kind of emulate the great guitar players, I guess, would be to do what they do. When you write, it forces you to learn the theory, it forces you to apply all those different boring, hard to learn music theory concepts. It forces you to reach into a place where you have to come up with creative solutions to things that pop up. What guitar do I record here? If you write, it forces you to get into a different zone that I just think makes you a better musician in general. And that's why I've been trying to inject certain content from time to time on this channel that just shows you different elements of songwriting, of creating, music production, sort of. And I think I'm going to be doing more of that going forward. Man, just making music in general is such a beautiful thing. To come up with something and say, yeah, that's mine, that I made that. It's beautiful. I don't know how to put it differently. It's just a beautiful thing. It's very rewarding when you come up with your own stuff and then you go back and you polish it and you can present and say, here's my song. And I'd really like for you to experience that for yourself if you haven't. If you have, well, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this has been Dan from Guitar from the Heart. Just talking about some guitar stuff today. Hopefully you found this of encouragement. As you write, if you're struggling to find motivation to learn music theory, when you write and you hit those brick walls, you're going to be like, I need to know some more theory. I encourage you to write. Do a little bit. Start with just learning how to write a little lick or whatever.
Yeah, it's later in the day now. I was just thinking about, what I said earlier. And one added benefit is when you write your own stuff, you definitely have, you come up with licks that are your own that you can use back over and over again because they're they become part of your signature style. So just wanted to add that in.
Well, anyway, I probably spent like 5 minutes instead of 1 or 2, so I gotta get going, but I'll talk to you guys later. Play the guitar from the heart and have fun with that.